Hello there, and welcome back to the ninth video in our Adventures at 50 No Limit, which is the video series that we have been doing. Today we are playing two tables of 25-cent, 50-cent No Limit Texas Hold'em on Bovada Poker. These are both zone poker tables, which is the same as we've been doing for every video so far. Quickly, before we get into everything for this video, the starting bankroll before I started playing the session was $1,021, so we were only up $21 to begin the session, and I have not been playing for that long, maybe 5 minutes, and we are already down $77 for the session. I lost a buy-in on this right table, and then I'm going to add on right now for another 20, so we're down roughly $70 already on the session. I lost a buy-in really quick. I had flopped a set and got it in on the flop versus I think it was a gut shot and a flush draw, and he got there on the turn with the flush, and we did not improve to a full house. I'm going to raise this bottom right table, and then we lost another big 3-bet pot where we had I think we had ace king and flopped top pair and lost to a straight where the guy like just bet out really small, like less than third pot on all three streets with he had flopped a straight, so we lost like another 20 that hand. So yeah, so we're down 70, and here we are. So we're starting this video at 2:21, so I'll try to make it 20 minutes as usual. I'm gonna start the check over here on this right table. We do have top two, but it's not the oh, I guess we do. I didn't even notice we have the flush draw as well. Does that mean we should raise? I think I'll just start by calling. And now we're just playing the board. On this left table, he does check back, and we did get lucky on the river, it looks like. Well, not really lucky, but we ended up chopping that pot. Gonna start with the C bet. We had opened ace king on this left table. We're called by the big blind. Flop is a king king 8 rainbow flop, which is a wonderful flop for us. I'm gonna see or bet again. Something like 3, maybe 4. Just 4 flat. And he does call. River appears to be a harmless 6 of hearts. And I'm going to bet again. I think something like $11, which is a little bit larger, but he does quickly call. So I think he possibly had some sort of weaker king on this left table, or maybe he was stubborn with some sort of like pocket pair, like tens or jacks, or something where he didn't believe we had the king. So yeah, so we need to, I think we've lost, or I've definitely lost the last 5 sessions I think I've played. I think only 2 or 3 of them have been on camera. So I think this would be the time to start turning things around, hopefully. Which doesn't look very promising that we're already down like $50 right now. Or 60. So yeah, I'm going to open this queen jack on the right table. And yeah, I had a pretty eventful morning. Well, not really eventful, but today is our trash day where I live, and it is the first time that the trash has come since Christmas. So we had a lot of just like random wrapping paper and boxes and all kinds of random stuff. We just had a ton of garbage. And today's really, really windy, so we had put the garbage cans out, and then I looked out the window a little while ago, like I think it was maybe a couple hours ago, and noticed that like the top had blown back on the garbage can and there was trash all over the place. So I went out there and was picking it up, and then I noticed the neighbor was out there too. He was like an older man, like probably in his 70s, and he was out like in his driveway. I don't know if he was picking stuff off, but he like made some kind of comment about the trash being blown around. And I was just like, oh yeah, it's really blown around or something. And Then I felt bad because he like went inside right away, and then I look over and his front yard was just covered with the trash. So I hadn't even noticed that. But I did pick it all up. But I just felt bad that if I had seen that, then I would have apologized or something. But I felt pretty bad about that. And I just thought of that because I can hear the garbage truck picking it up right now. Finally, so hopefully that is all solved. I guess we'll just call with this ace-8 on the left table. I was thinking of raising, but I don't know. I just don't want. I want to avoid tricky-ish situations from this under the gun limp. Which I mean, it's not tricky. I think probably raising is perfectly fine. And I guess I'm just checking the flop. All right, so it looks like we're starting out with some more questionable plays for this video. Just gonna fold. Get me out of here. Alright, we really need to turn things around, so I'm going to try to focus. I know I've been saying that a lot lately. Is this all recording? You can't even see me. It's pretty bright behind me. Just gonna fold. Nice disciplined fold under the gun with king jack off. Just say no. Fold, fold. No, thank you. I would just be patient and wait for the good hands. Just gonna fold king 8. No, thank you. Well, I'm also gonna plan out. I have this up here. I know I've talked about it in some recent videos, or some of the first videos, not really in the recent ones, but in the first couple I talked a decent amount about Grand Poker Training and kind of explained what it is. But I also wanted to point, I guess I'll wait till the end, the full screen show it, but I added a part where it's with free content. So it's like a place to embed YouTube videos. So I have all my videos embedded on there, which are the same videos that are here on YouTube. But just wanted to point that out. I guess I'll just call with the pocket twos here versus this large stack who opened from middle position. I'm going to open this ace-2 suited. Left side. This is actually the hand. I had flopped a set with pocket twos. Was the hand I lost earlier. I think it was like 2 clubs, and he had some sort of gut shot, and then with the ace of clubs as well. He had ace X of clubs, and he had a gut shot and a flush draw and got there on the turn. So yeah. Just gonna fold king 8. Fast fold 9-5 from the small blind. So I think overall we have learned that our blind play has been horrible. I definitely in the last few videos, I think all of our play has been very questionable. So I don't know if that's just a lot of rust from not playing recently, or maybe we were just running hot, and maybe we're just not that good of a player to begin with. Gonna open the pocket threes on the left table. I don't like this. The screen's like really like, I don't know if it's dull, but I don't like the colors of this laptop, the way it projects the screen. All right, so he leads. I'm gonna raise something small-ish. I know this happened. You kind of treat this like when they lead out. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna raise again here. Small. Hope he has some sort of jack that he is more than happy to go with here. I guess we'll just play along with this, the min-raise game. It's always fun. Should we just call now? Just can't call. 10's not the greatest of turn cards. Not that it matters, but okay. Interesting hand. Looks like we have started the healing process. I'm just gonna fold. Just gonna play discipline from the blinds. Potentially just tightening up our game in general and just try to play some solid poker. I've got to raise it. Raising King Jack on the right table. Just gonna fold 7-8 on the left. Folding 5-9 from the blinds. And I think this is also one of the earliest that I've made a video so far. I'm like barely in the video. It's only 2:30 right now. I think normally I film like around 5-ish or in the late afternoon. Maybe more like 4. Just gonna fold King 8. I will open this 9-6 suited if folded to on the button. I guess we can just auto add on. It's not really auto add on, but might as well top off. Ooh. Let's just try min raise. And then c betting this left table quickly. Quickly. I'm gonna bet again over here, something like 315. He does call. I think I'm just giving up at this point. Maybe we should have just given up to begin with. Maybe we should be betting here like every time. I'm just gonna give up though. He does have a weak ace. It's definitely not folding. I think that's fine. I just don't think whatever he's calling the turn with, there really weren't any draws of any sort, so unless he had some sort of small pair and finally decides to believe me that I have an ace on the river if I do bet the river. But I think in general, whatever's calling the turn is going to be calling the river. So I think giving up is fine. Yeah, and I'm definitely probably checking back any non-ace there on the river too. Like if I had some sort of pair, I'm probably just checking back. And I guess we did raise this hand on the right. I should have paid more attention to this hand on the right. Excuse me. I'm just gonna flat here from the small blind, which I don't think is necessarily a good play at all. But I don't think it's that horrible. What happened here? Did he just like insta fold somehow? We do flop a flush draw with a kind of a 3 straight, I guess. Not really a straight draw. I'm gonna start by calling. He does bet a little bit more than half pot, so we're not getting the best of odds. I thought there would be a lot of good turns that could help us, like an ace might be one of those. I think I'm gonna fold no at this point. I was thinking about possibly raising, trying to rep an ace, knowing that we do have equity to the flush draw. But the only reason why I wasn't positive about that is if he does have some sort of ace and is afraid of the, like if he has a draw, he's probably gonna call my raise, or he's just gonna go with it. If he has a complete bluff, he's folding obviously, but if he does have some sort of ace against those draws, he's probably going to be jamming over the top of my raise on the turn there, and I really don't feel comfortable enough with our hand, given that it wasn't that great. So I did not want to go with our draw on the turn, and I felt like he'd be more likely to have a hand That was continuing, then folding as played. So I didn't think that was really a good opportunity to semi-bluff there. And we're just folding this 9-10 on the right. I'm gonna open this ace 10 on the left table as well as this 5-7 suited on the right. Did I say we started at 2:20? I think we started at 2:20, so it's already been 15 minutes. Interesting flop we get led into again with a min bet. I'm gonna open this queen 3 on the right. I guess we're just gonna start with a call. The button does quickly fold. And now he comes out with more than half pot. I think I'm gonna call again. I think we do have the best hand. I think he, well, I'm gonna call here. He's kind of played this interestingly, but I don't really know if he's just really min betting with like a hand, like a king or something that he wants to protect against the flush draw. Like, why would he just be? I'm just gonna check back. I think we do have the best hand some percentage of the time. We have the same hand. So that's interesting the way he played it, because I felt like if he was, like, I felt like he was more likely to have some sort of draw when he just min bets, because if he had some sort of made hand that was betting to, I would assume, protect against the flush, like, why would he just be min betting? Because obviously nothing's really folding, or any sort of draw. He's not really getting any draws to fold by doing that. So I felt like he had obviously a weakish type hand, and I guess that makes sense that he has a 10. I think that's fine. Going to raise this ace king over the limp from the hijack. And I think I'm going to 3-bet this jack queen on the right table. Something like 430. And then c-bet on this left table. He does call. The flop is ace high. I'm going to start with a c-bet on the right table, that is. We do turn a king on the left table, which is a good card for us. I think he does just min raise us on the right, which I don't necessarily think is strong by any means, but I don't know if there's really anything we can do about that. So we 3-bet pre-flop, c-bet, and fold it to his raise. I mean, we just have like very little equity versus any ace, and that's obviously his most likely hand when he min raises. I mean, he could be on some sort of draw. Okay, so he has $18 behind over here. The pot's like 20, so we could just pot it, or we could just do something like 15 as we time out on the right table. I would think 15 seconds is enough time for me to act, and I feel like I get so close to timing out, as we did time out with a flush in the last video. So maybe that was interesting, only betting 15. But I don't necessarily think we're getting. He's folding to 15 but calling for all in. So maybe if we betting less would be better. Like a standard, like half pot or something. I'm gonna raise this button on the left table with a6 of diamonds, and just folding the 6-8 on the right. So assuming nothing major happens, it looks like we're gonna be down like $50 to end this video. I think I'm just gonna continue playing, but I'm going to wrap this video up in a couple minutes. Should we c-bet this left table? Something kind of small. I'm gonna open this king queen on the right. We do get called on the left table. I think I'm just gonna check back now. Yeah. The club does come on the river, interesting. And he checks to us. I don't think we have... I mean, we definitely could have the best hand, but I don't think it's a very high percentage that we have the best hand. I'm not going to try to bet, though. I'm just going to check. And we do win. We do win. Oh, I feel like this camera's actually really bad. Maybe if I get closer. Just going to fold the 10-3. I'm gonna open this pocket tens. After this hand, okay, we get 3-bet and called. I guess we're gonna play both these hands, the right and left table, and then probably wrap the video up. I'm gonna 3-bet this ace king on the left table. The right table, we had opened with pocket tens. We got 3-bet by the next position, and the button called behind, as did we. Ace high flop with 2 spades. There's really nothing I'm not gonna try to I'm just giving up at this point on the right table. I think we should be betting again on this right table. I mean left table, sorry. Now that we do turn the flush draw and he does fold. So that's a spot where when we do pick up equity, I don't really want to check and be facing a bet. We do pick up a lot more equity if we are beat, which was likely the case, that he did possibly have a better hand than us. So we want to continue with our semi-bluff in that situation, rather than checking and giving and having to make a decision against a bet, or if he checks behind then we don't get there, then we are basically checking and hoping he checks behind and we have the best hand, but that's very rarely the case. So I'm gonna 3-bet these jacks on the right table. Like this is a hand where I guess I could, or I do, just flat a decent amount of the time. It's kind of on the no, I think 3-betting is fine on the button for sure with position. I think that's fine. So it looks like okay, I'm gonna end this video. I'm just gonna fold this hand. I'm gonna end this video right now. I think we are down roughly like $40 on the day now at this point, so we did heal a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna just end the video and then just start a new one right now and continue the session. So thank you very much for watching.